Many women usually ask themselves this question, that what is the cause of fibroid, and also how do I know that I have a fibroid? I will explain each of them in today's video. All that you need to do is to watch this video to the end so that you get the answers you need. If you are new to this channel, my name is Emmanuel, a licensed physician assistant by profession. Now, one thing you need to know is that when you take the womb or uterus of a woman, it is made up of smooth muscles. Sometimes inside these smooth muscles, some cells start dividing at a faster rate, and that abnormal growth of cells, that is what we call fibroid. Now, one thing you need to know is that this fibroid is not cancer. It is benign. Majority of women, once they hear of fibroid, they get a heartbreak because according to them, they think that fibroid is cancer. No, it cannot spread from your womb to any tissue or organ inside your body. It is just localized inside your womb, and there are certain kind of risk factors that can predispose you to getting fibroid. But the actual cause of fibroid, researchers are still finding out the real cause of fibroid. Now, some of these risk factors include hormonal surge. Now, one thing you need to know is that every woman tends to produce some form of hormones. These include estrogen and progesterone, and it is this estrogen and progesterone that makes you a woman. Because in order for you to have your menstrual cycle, get pregnant, and even have certain kind of features like a woman, including your breasts, your butt, and certain kind of feature, female features, your hormones need to be functioning. But sometimes when fibroids start developing inside your uterus or womb, they tend to nourish and feed the fibroid. You understand? So that is why majority of women, once they reach menopause, their fibroid usually shrink, because at menopause your body tends to reduce the production of these estrogen and progesterone. As a result, your menstruation ceases, and also you can't be able to get pregnant. Because these hormones are low, they can't be able to feed the fibroid, hence they start shrinking. The second risk factor is family history. If you know of your mother having a history of fibroid, your sister has the history of fibroid, or an auntie of yours also has an history or a history of fibroid, that also puts you at a higher risk of developing a fibroid. The third risk factor is black race. Studies have shown that a lot of black women, they are at a higher risk of developing fibroid as compared to white women. That does not mean that white women don't get fibroid. They get it, but if you are to compare the number of black people or black women who have fibroid as compared to the white women, there is vast difference. I hope you understand. Now, how do you know that you have fibroid? There are majority of women, they are not showing obvious signs and symptoms, and this is what you call asymptomatic. So to those women, it is only picked up through certain kind of investigations. So they may be having the fibroid, but they are not showing any obvious signs and symptoms. There are also others that might be showing some signs, and this include abnormal bleeding. You know yourself that when the months get to an end, you have your normal menses, but at some point in time, the bleeding starts becoming heavy. So at first you change, let's say, 1 pad a day, but now you have started changing 3 pads a day, and all these 3 pads, the blood soaks the pad. Then that means that abnormal bleeding is giving us a clue. There are also some women that will start developing a very huge belly. Even though they are not pregnant, they will do pregnancy tests, it is negative, but their abdomen or their belly is like someone who is pregnant. This means that something is going on inside your belly. And you understand, some people might even touch their abdomen or touch their stomach, and they will notice that there is a particular mass inside their belly. There are also some women who will notice abdominal pain, lower abdominal pain, and sometimes severe pelvic pain. When the fibroid becomes very, very big, sometimes they can obstruct your bladder, or they can cause pressure on your bladder, and that can make you to be urinating more frequently than usual. Also, when they cause a lot of pressure or obstruct your rectum, they can affect the way you pass too, and that can lead to constipation. Now, the big question is, a lot of women usually ask that, can fibroid cause infertility? The answer is yes. However, there are some women who have fibroid and they are able to give birth and get pregnant and give birth on their own. And the babies that they give birth to are very, very healthy. Nevertheless, fibroid can cause infertility. So this is what I want you to know in today's video about fibroid. If you find this video helpful, feel free, subscribe to this channel for more videos, like this video, and then share this video to friends and family, loved ones, and everybody, so that they too will get the better understanding about fibroid.